Most people have never considered the 10th Amendment, but it's actually the last line in the Bill of Rights, and it's all about power. So here's what it says. The powers not given to the United States by the Constitution, nor forbidden to the states, are reserved to the states, or to the people. So let's break that down. Think of the Constitution like a job description for the federal government. It lists what Washington is allowed to do: declare war, print money, run the post office, regulate trade between states, things like that. Now, if something isn't on that list, the federal government doesn't get to do it. It either belongs to state governments or to regular people like you and me. That's the 10th Amendment. It's basically the everything else rule. Back in 1791, this was a huge deal because Americans had just fought a war to get away from a king. They didn't want to trade one ruler for another, so the 10th Amendment was a promise. The federal government would stay limited and states and citizens would keep the rest of the power. But here's where it gets complicated. Throughout history, states used the 10th Amendment in two ways. Sometimes in good ways, like trying out new ideas in schools or healthcare before the rest of the country adopted them. But sometimes in terrible ways, like defending slavery, segregation, and blocking civil rights. So the 10th Amendment has been both a shield for freedom and an excuse for injustice. And don't miss this. The amendment doesn't just say states, it also says or to the people. That means some powers don't go to government at all. They belong directly to you. Your right to speak, to worship, to raise your kids, to travel, to own property, those aren't handed out by Washington or by your state. They're yours. Even today, the 10th shows up in debates over healthcare, marijuana laws, gun rights, education, voting, even pandemic mandates. States argue what's theirs to decide. So what's the big picture? The 10th Amendment is all about balance. The federal government is limited, states have room to govern, and people still hold rights that no government can take away. The 10th Amendment reminds us of something simple but powerful. Washington doesn't run everything. At the end of the day, a lot of the power still belongs to us.